Hello folks, welcome back. 8 days later, what a difference a week has made here. Let's get shit done. That's why I'm here, is to get some shit done. No dilly-dallying. Eating wild edibles. No fiddle farting. No baking bread. No reading and relaxing. No flying the drone. No showing you parts of my journey up and down the mountain. And no, you didn't need to know that I had to go up and down twice to bring my stuff down. Let's just get shit done. First on the list, I need to eat something. Psych, just kidding. Tiles, kitchen tiles. These are the little kitchen tiles that I made out of an old dumpster quality piece of plywood, and it had white paint on it, and I was like, ding, cut them into tiles and make little kitchen tiles. I did that, I don't know, perhaps about a year ago. I always forget. It's in a video somewhere. So what I want to do is put a coat of clear stuff on them to keep the paint from chipping off, because it's probably lead paint or something, but that will just, keep the paint from flaking off. So that's what I'm going to do first. Seeing those tiles laid out like that really does show me that I don't think I have enough to do all of this. To do all of this wall, above the window and below the window, which is what I was planning on doing. So I'm gonna have to try to brew up some ideas about workarounds on that. I don't think I can really replicate anymore to look like those, like that batch. So gotta think of some ideas. While those are drying, let's pick something else on the list. Hey, this counter, you guys. Now I was gonna take this back outside. I brought more sanding pads and I was gonna sand it down a little bit more, but to be honest, I just don't think I can be bothered. I think. If I do, I'm just gonna sand it down a little bit more because it's actually pretty decent, and this is just supposed to be rugged and rustic anyway. Now, of the two coatings that I looked into, like food safe coatings that I looked into, based on the products that I already had at home, were boiled linseed oil and tung oil. I'm sure there are more, but those are just the two things that I had at home already, and I didn't want to go out and buy something if I had a food safe option already. So I actually chose tung oil over the boiled linseed oil because I actually put this on the little pine one, the little one for the fort, that little corner triangle piece. And I liked the way that it looked. It takes longer to cure though than the boiled linseed oil. So I don't know, I just had to pick one, and this is the one I picked. Here is my sink. I purchased this off of like Wayfair in Canada a few months ago, and I really like it. And it's going to go here. I may as well cut it out now. So I will just measure. This is where it's going to go, because I'm building a cabinet of sorts under here to house the water and then the drain, which will eventually go through the floor and out. I found. Because that's what I used to coat these lockers in. I didn't realize I left it out here. I could do a side-by-side comparison. But what I'm actually doing is I'm rummaging around trying to figure out if I have blades to use the jigsaw to cut that out, or if I have to use the Sawzall, or if I have to use my chainsaw. I'm just trying to find materials, trying to find my stuff. Where is everything? I found some jigsaw blades. I'm just not sure that they're gonna go deep enough. Tain't gonna work. Would you care to join me in the bedroom for a few minutes? 2, to be exact. Thank you, Brooklyn Bedding, for sponsoring this video. Steve and I had our previous mattress for nearly 11 years, and I would say for over half of that time, it needed to be replaced. You see, there was a hole so deep on Steve's side of the bed, it nearly had a different weather system. How's the weather down there? And some mornings, I had to throw him a line and haul him out of there. I've got you, buddy. When it came to looking for new mattresses and looking for box mattresses, I'd always shied away from them because the ones that I had always seen were solid foam. And Brooklyn Bedding mattresses are a combination of layers of foam with traditional coils. What's also great is they offer different firmness levels depending on your preference. They can make custom sizes, and they offer an upgraded pillow top with their Glaciotex cooling technology. That is actually what comes on the Sedona Elite that I chose for Steve and I. I am a side and a back sleeper. He is an everything sleeper. Wow, now that is comfortable. Shall I roll into something a little more comfortable? Brooklyn Bedding has been making mattresses since 1995, and in that time, they have become known for making top-of-the-line quality and comfort mattresses, but without the luxury price tag. All of Brooklyn Bedding mattresses are designed, assembled, and shipped from their Arizona factory. These mattresses arrive to your door. Shipping is free if you live in the United States. They offer 120-night sleep trial and a limited lifetime warranty. And all of these mattresses are free from fiberglass. We have been sleeping on our Brooklyn Bedding mattress, the Sedona Elite, for just under 3 weeks now, and we both honestly love it. It is so luxurious compared to our old mattress, and I really feel the effects from the Glaciotex cooling top. We love our Brooklyn Bedding mattress, and I think that you will too. The links in the description box will get you 30% off your mattress using the code MICHIGOS on either brooklynbedding.com or brooklynbedding.com/Michigas. After 2, I'm doing pretty good. The slab is drying, the tiles are drying. I'm not gonna get to the tiles today, I don't think anyway, or this trip. I am staying the night. But I thought I would explain what I'm doing for the water, the running water situation. But I ended up going with a marine style foot pump. So I am basically going to pull water from a jug like that with this foot pump, and it's going to pump it up into a faucet, down into the sink, and then the sink, I eventually will drill a hole through the floor and it will just go straight down and out, down, off the cliff. And I have tubing for that tubing that goes on here. I thought I would be able to set all of that up this time out. Last night, I tried to get my faucet together. So what I'm gonna use is old gas line, copper line. It was gas stuff that was taken out of our house a few years ago. We switched from propane to natural gas, and there's just been like this big kind of coil of copper pipe laying around, and I thought I would use it. It would match the sink. And last night I was trying to bend it to create a faucet shape, and I realized it's a lot harder to bend by hand than I was thinking it was going to be, especially to that degree of a bend without a bender. So then I thought, well, maybe I could just get some 90-degree elbows and then solder things. And so I think unless I can get a bender or get someone to bend it for me into that shape, I'm going to make it like that. But I will have to do that at home because I technically don't need a proper faucet. It's all coming from the foot pedal. I just need a hose. So that's that. I won't get to that this time. Maybe I could set up, if the slab dries in time, maybe I could set things up tomorrow, kind of partially. There's no easy way for me to announce this, but I'm pretty sure I'm painting all the walls. Similarly to the fort, there is a lot of wood going on in this cabin. As much as I love the wood walls, I milled every single board, pretty much every single board. There's the odd piece that's actually like a pine 1x4, but I milled at home and carried out all of this lumber. I didn't want to use OSB or plywood because I wanted the boards to show through on the inside and then have the insulation on the outside. And when I put them up in a way that would complement the space if I was going to leave them wood. Like I staggered the grains, the species, the thicknesses, the kind of the textural differences and the color differences in each board so that it would have character if I was going to leave it wood. And I would leave them wood if I say, for example, had a white floor, white lockers, like a white armoire, a white dresser in the kitchen, if the kitchen was all white. And then I think that would have a nice balance, but there is so much wood going on in here that it's all competing with itself, with one another. And I just have to do it. Trust me, it's actually, it's kind of gut-wrenching. I have to trust myself that I'm making the right decision. All right. Oh God. And of course, painting rough sawn lumber is tedious. Thought about whitewashing too. I could do that actually, but this is my test area because I know this isn't going to be seen. So this one and this one are paint 100%. That one and down, and then this side is whitewash. And I think you can see the coverage is better with the straight paint, like 100% paint. It goes on easier if it's whitewashed, but I think I don't know, probably better off to just keep it regular paint. I think in the end it will be good when I have the decor, because I think that's the thing. I don't want to talk too much, but I'm having a hard time like doing the finishing touches now, like the inside finishing, thinking of how the trim, like what trim to use. Should I use barn board type trim or should I use white trim, or how am I going to do the kitchen tiles and what's it going to be going up against? I was just really struggling to try to figure out how I want to finish these details in here. So the paint was a way for me to cleanse the palette and be able to do that. And even like seeing it out of the corner of my eye, white there, and the honey woods and the flooring, I do think it's the right choice. So for now, I'm going to leave the rest of that. I might paint that one board, but I'm going to leave the rest of them unpainted because I'm going to be adding some tiles. And then I had an idea about where I'll end the tiles and start something else. So I'm going to leave the wood raw for now. Another idea that I just started to play around with is that partially painting the board, kind of making it look like it's old and worn off paint. It's hard to make it consistent is the only thing. Of course, I didn't do it for those ones, but yeah, I could try that. Point is, I think it's worth trying that because I can always just add more paint. And that will allow you to see the character of the boards So let's do it. For what it's worth, I think I have a technique figured out a little bit better, and I'm liking it more. So heavier on the paint, less strokes. You know you're getting tired when and hungry. You drop the paintbrush in a tight space though, all over your pants. I'm always like this with painting. I just can't stop because it's so rewarding, I guess. And I'm hungry and I should eat, but I just want to keep going. And I'm in behind the couch there and it's just tight, so I drop the paintbrush. I'm getting paint everywhere! I've been doing so good. I was doing so good up until now. I am having, this I already had here. I brought cornbread, I already ate it. But otherwise I wanted to just try and eat food that's here because I had stashed stuff and you may as well eat it. I'm gonna eat what's here. Can of chili. Norton. Norton. Here, Norton. Chocolate. This does not happen very often. Sun through here. Kind of kicking myself for not bringing the drone down. I flew it from the truck yesterday so that I didn't have to bring it down. Because last time it didn't work out for me. It's a lot to carry things up and down here, but man, drone footage would be pretty spectacular right now. I mean, this is it, you guys. This is why I built this place up here. last night I spent the evening going through different ideas. I'm trying to figure out a lot of if I like the wood the way that it is or not depends on how I'm going to finish these 2x4s and the window trim. Ran a few ideas around in my head, and one of them was to put flooring and run flooring as my trim and cover the 2x4s this way. The problem with that is that I have still to finish the floors with the flooring a little bit, and I have other places I want to use this stuff as well. So I either have to kill myself for not picking up more of the stuff that was in the pile when it was there 2 years ago, or I could put something out on Facebook to see if people in this area have any flooring, any even like 3 pieces that they'd be willing to part with. I want to use some of this in the kitchen is also kind of my plan is why. But I think that would tie things in nicely. So I'm thinking about doing that. It's just I need more material. Then I think I could determine if I like the paint the way that it is and all of that. This is a pine 1x4 that is not mine. I ran like a couple of these throughout. It's actually stained, that brown. It's not brown breast milk or pillow, but it looks odd. Painted it white. This one still looks so bad. I don't have a little step ladder. So this fog is hanging out all day. And what it's doing is making inside here very bright because the sun is reflecting off the white. So it's much more bright in here than it is normally. But it's also more bright because I've got white walls. Though still truthfully, I feel 85% sure I'm going to keep painting and have everything stay white just because of the distractions. Too many, the 2x4s. But I think I've said this 100 times. I'm going to try it and then see. And I can always change it. Would you guys mind doing the cleanup while I continue painting? There's only a few dishes. Oh, I just want to be done. I can't stop. I can't stop. started to go on heavier and heavier. Oh shit, I gotta get over there. I was like thinking. Probably because I know I'm leaning towards just painting everything more. Probably. Okay, last board. These yellow pine ones are definitely ones that I don't like the way they show through as much. So I paint these ones heavier for sure. Kind of really don't leave much to be seen underneath. Because it kind of just goes almost peachy colored. I like the dark ones. Okay, you guys. I still have the blocking to do, but we have to do some cleanup, do the countertop, clean, and go. Brush hard. I got another fire going to dry things. Okay, you guys, it's 1:30. I put another coat of tung oil on the countertop. Spent an hour, it felt like cleaning, and I sprayed the tiles once more. I'm gonna bring them in and let them dry in here. And I am so happy I painted it. Even just looking at the screen and seeing it in the background, I know I made the right choice for me. Everything else just looks so much nicer. Like, look at how much nicer the lockers look against a white surround. The floors look so much better. Everything just looks so much better. I'm brewing up ideas. I'm gonna try to find some more flooring in the event I have this little stash there. In the event I really only need like 1 or 2 more pieces to probably kind of complete things the way I want to complete them. And I'm gonna work on my faucet, and we're getting so close. I still have the outside to finish, but anyway, that's another story. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Oh, and we can see the lake now.